Good day, everyone. Welcome to our math class. We are finally in term 1 of week 10. Today, I will discuss about how to draw a conclusion from statistical data using the measure of position. For our learning objectives, let us analyze statistical data, understanding and interpreting data sets. Number 2 is using measure of position, applying percentiles, percentile rank, quartiles, and deciles. Number 3 is draw a conclusions, making meaningful interpretation and decision based on statistical analysis. Okay, so let's start our lesson with a quick puzzle called Guess Who's the Winner. Athena and Justin both scored 85 out of 100. Yet, the teacher announces that Athena performed better than Justin. So, how is it possible if they got the same score? So, a score alone does not always tell the full story. We also need to know where the score is placed compared with the other scores. And today, we will find out why using the measure of position. Okay, so let's have a quick review before we move on. First, remember that order data or values arrange numbers from smallest to largest. Then, second, keep in mind this simple quartile comparison. So when we see quartile 1, it is 25th percentile. When we see quartile 2 is the median or the 50th percentile. And quartile 3 is the 75th percentile. Okay, so now let's look closer at understanding measure of position. So first, let us have first a quartiles. When we see quartiles, it divides into 4 equal parts, which is quartile 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3. So, and then it represents 25%, 50%, and 75% of the data are at or below this value. While deciles, when we see deciles, it is divided our data into 10 parts. So when we see decile 1, it shows the position of the lowest 10% of the data, while decile 5 shows the position of 50% of the data, and decile 9 shows the position of 90% of the data. So lastly, let's talk about percentiles. So when we see percentiles, it divided our data into 100 equal parts. So for example, the 60th percentile means about 60% of the data falls at or below the value. So other example for that, like for example, the 25th percentile means that about 25% of the data are at or below that value. So another example is 90th percentile means that about 90 of the data are at or below the value. So remember, percentile is a position, not a score. So being in the 80th percentile doesn't mean scoring 80%. It means performing as well as or better than 80% of the group. Again, remember this percentile po, it divided into 100 equal parts. And important reminder sa percentile, sabi nga dito, percentile is a position, not the same as the percentage score. Okay? Okay, so let us have an guided example. So, ngayon, gamitin natin itong conclusion frame na ito. So, the value blank is at blank. This means about blank of the data are at or below it. Therefore, we can conclude that blank. So, yun po ang conclusion frame natin. So, para mas lalatin siya maintindihan or para mas madali natin ma-interpret, gamitin natin itong conclusion frame. So, tingnan natin ang example number 1. So, grade 10 student took a 20-item math quiz. So, after analyzing the result, it was found that the 7th decile of the test score is 15. So, anong ibig po sabihin ng example number 1? So, tingnan natin. So, sa isang 20-item math quiz, nahanap na ang 7th decile. So, which is yung 15. So, paano natin ito isusulat sa conclusion frame? Una, ang value natin ay 15 at nahanap ito sa 7th decile. So, since decile ito, i-multiply natin yung 10 sa 7. Kaya ibig sabihin nito ay 70% ang data ang nasa value na ito pababa. So kaya ang conclusion po natin dito ay 70% of the students ang nakakuha ng score na 15 pababa or lower, while other 30% of the class got a higher score. Ganun lang siya kasimpleng gamitin. So, i-apply lang natin yung conclusion frame. Anong pinakamahalaga po dito? Hanapin natin yung value, yung position, at i-convert natin yung given position to percent, then kunin natin yung below at above. Okay? So, ganun lang kasimple. So, let us have another example. The third quartile of the test score of a class is 88. What does it mean? So, identify first the given. Ang tinatanong dito, yung position niya po is third quartile. Then, the value is 88. Then, the percentage, so what is the equivalent of quartile 3 in percent? So, ibig sabihin quartile 3 is 75%. Then, the other is 25%. So, madali na. So, ibig sabihin, using the conclusion frame, the value 88 is a third quartile. Then, it means that 75% of the students scored 88 or below or lower, while the other 25% of the students scored 88 or higher. So, tandaan lang natin yung conclusion frame para mas mabilis natin mahanap o magawa yung isang interpretation or conclusion. Okay, so let's have another example. So, Marco's score is at 90th percentile. What does it mean? So, wala po siyang value. So, ang given lang po is 90th percentile, which is the position and the percentage. So, yun lang po ang given. So, paano natin siya i-interpret or make a conclusion? So, ang gawin lang natin, so, tanggalin natin si value. So, magiging ganito lang po siya. Marco scored as well as or better than 90%. Then, only 10% of the students score higher than Marco. So, kapag wala po siyang value, so, ito lang po focus lang tayo kay 90%. Okay? Or the 90th percentile. Okay, so again, so remember lang po, ang important lang dito to make a conclusion is gamitin natin yung conclusion frame or the equivalent per position. Halimbawa, quartile 1, ang equivalent ng quartile 1 sa percentage, so 25. So the other is 75. Kapag quartile 2, 50, so the other is 50. Kapag quartile 3, 75, the higher is 25. Kapag decile 2, 20, yung at or below, yung higher naman po is 80%. So ganun lang po yun. Okay? Okay, so let us have another example. So based on this problem, yung given po natin, we have the quartile 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3. So their score is 15, 20, and 25. So value ng position. So ngayon, yung score naman ni Athena scored 18 points, si Andre ay 22, and si Justin ay 28. So, ito po yung score nila, ng tatlong bata. So, ang tanong, where is Athena's scores of 18? So, saan makikita yung score ni Athena? Since 18 yung score ni Athena, so makita po natin, in between po siya kay quartile 1 and quartile 2. Since 18 po siya, in between kay 15 and 20. Okay, so that will be our answer lang. So next question, Justin scored 28 points, which is higher than the third quartiles, which is quartile 3 is 25%. What does tell us about her performance compared the rest of the class? Ang tanong kasi, what does this tell us about her performance compared to the rest of the class? So, since mataas yung score ni Justin, mas mataas pa doon sa quartile 3, ibig sabihin, si Justin ay mas mataas doon sa 25%. So, ibig sabihin, it means that Justin scored in the top of 25% of the class. Bakit 25%? Kasi score niya is 28, then mas mataas po siya kay quartile 3. Sabihin, so 100 minus 75 is equal to 25. So, ibig sabihin, si Justin ay mas mataas o scored in the top of 25%. Okay? So, last question is, Andre scored 22 points. What does tell us about this performance in relation to the median? So, anong median natin? 20. Tapos, scored po niya is 22. So, what is our conclusion? So, ibig sabihin, it means that Andre scored above the median, placing him in the upper half of the class. Mapapansin po natin, lagpas po si Andre doon sa median. Sabihin, mas mataas po siya doon sa scored above the median. Ibig sabihin, placing him in the upper halves of the class. Okay? Okay, so let us answer this question or this problem yung kanina sa answer natin. So how is this possible if they got the same score? Why Athena announced perform better than Justin since they got score 85 out of 100? So, okay, so narito ang sagot sa ating puzzle tungkol kay Athena and Justin na alam natin na same score ang nakuha nila. So, ito po ay dahil sa percentile rank. Kung mapansin po natin, ay dahil po sa percentile rank. So, kahit pareho silang nakakuha ng 85 na score, so si Athena ay nakakuha ng 90th percentile. Kaya mas marami siyang tinalong kaklase kumpara kay Justin na nasa 70th percentile rank. Ibig sabihin po yan, hindi sapat ang score lang. Mahalaga ring malaman natin kung saan ito nakaposisyon kumpara sa iba. So, yun po ang ibig sabihin doon sa problem natin about kay Justin and Athena. Okay, so to summarize our lesson today, so drawing a conclusions using measured positions goes beyond just looking for a single row score. So by using quartiles, deciles, percentiles, and percentile rank, we can identify exactly where a value stands within a data set. So this tells us how make a meaningful real-world conclusion about performance, rankings, test scores, growth charts, sports rankings, or salary comparison. So, remember to follow the conclusion frame to make a conclusion or interpretation. So, the very important lang po dito, intindihin po natin, apply lang natin yung apat na natunan natin, which is yung quartile, decile, percentile, and percentile rank. Okay, so that's it for today. So, and then, if you have no question, so let us answer this formative assessment. So, make a conclusion or answer this problem about daily students time analysis. So try to answer what does quartile 1 equal to 30 minutes mean hanggang po dito sa dulo. So by using the conclusion frame. Since meron tayong value, may given position tayo, and then meron tayong percentage. Kunin mo yung below at above. Okay? So as we wrap up, always remember, numbers tell us where we stand, but measure position reveal where we truly belong in the story of data. So again, thank you for your time and focus today, Math 10. Please check our group chat for your activity instruction. Stay safe and see you in our next lesson.